Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. For a strong kick to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's the handoff. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To the air, it's Reed. Wide open downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
On the move. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
They'll give it to him again. Picks up the first down, still moving. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Aggies just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's fourth and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Dropping back, it's Reed. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bussey. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Guard in the backfield. It's Fields. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got the tight end. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Right back to him on the ground. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's reeled in, it's Moss. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line and a big pickup on that one.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game. You saw a great example of that right there.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Buys a little time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. Got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
They'll give it to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama looks like a legit title contender right now, which they kind of do every year, but man, this offense is rolling. They're up by 21 over Wisconsin. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. At the 45 on his way. Turning on the Jets. He's at the... And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill house it. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. To throw, it's Reed. Makes the grab on the left. Still on his feet at the 40. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Kramer. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets into the 26.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. To the air, it's Reed. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense and you're thinking second and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot. And then you give up a sack, and now all of a sudden you're in third and long and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this. But we're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. The 20. The 10. Touchdown. Fighting Irish. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll move the tight end. Got it behind the line. It's Washington. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Give to the running back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Snares it outside. It's Paulman. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
It's obviously huge to make the catch, but give that receiver credit. Nice spatial awareness. Knowing where he is on the field to make sure that he's in bounds when he secures the catch.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Let's go! Let's go! Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Caught behind the line. It's Washington. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, let him go get yards.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. And the quick shuffle pass. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Pauling. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Fields. Touchdown, Irish! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
No, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Cincinnati is running away with this one right now. It's kind of felt like that old Bearcat has been crowd surfing all game. They're up by 15 over the Gloopers. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Reed. Pressure coming. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
So now it's 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run. And they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Rushes on him. Makes the catch. It's Concepcion. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Concepcion. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
And that pass incomplete, the defense got a hand on it.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He leaves it with his back. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Finds his man, it's Concepcion.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Looking to throw on first down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Power football with the run. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Here's the pressure. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. And the Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Craver. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Irish send out the punt unit. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking downfield, it's Reed. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the grab on the shot. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
In a situation like this, it's all about confidence on offense. And having success early in the drive is paramount. And that's what you've seen. They've done a really good job here putting a few plays together. They've got some momentum. They've got to keep this thing up if they're going to go score.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, they're running four verticals down the field, and the quarterback's just hoping one of those matchups can win, but you got to give the defense credit. They were ready for it on the back end, and that is a massive interception late in this game with the score so close.
Huge interception. The 2-minute drill a lot of times decides the football game, and this defense, man, you could tell.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. That big fella up front just won his one-on-one battle and got to the quarterback.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat the guy in front of you, and great job by using your hands, getting by that first initial guy, and then getting to the quarterback.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
Man, that stings. Your offense has a chance to salt the game away, run the clock out, and you're trying to make a play. You decide to throw the football, which we can talk about that decision later on down the road, but you throw the INT. Now you better hope your defense bails you out.
This offense has it with really good field position. Back to throw, it's Reed. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown, and man, oh man, time was about to run out on him, and now they need the 2-point conversion to tie.
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
He is in there, and he's got the 2, and we are all tied up here deep in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Incomplete. The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. We'll get it started here in overtime. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. It's Concepcion. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. Fights off a defender.
Well, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play getting attacked for loss.
About shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Unloads it left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And it slips just inside that right upright. And now they take the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pulls it in. It's locked.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Send the tight end in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Great place to start for this offense. Run in the red zone. It's locked. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. First and goal, and a touchdown will win it. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw.